Hey everyone, it's Melanie here from Stomp Social Media Training. Today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 questions that I've had encountered over the last few weeks, and I'll just cover them for you now if you haven't read the message. I hate going live, can you give me help? My time management is awful for my startup, is there any way around this? How do I use Google My Business for business? And how long should a pre-recorded video be for my business? Now, I'll start with the first one. I hate going live. Can you give me any help? Honestly, yes, I can. I think some people genuinely enjoy going live. I wouldn't be one of them personally. But it is something, it's a skill you acquire over time. It's practice, and an awful lot of preparation as well. Sorting out your lighting, sorting out your location, shutting doors, putting signs up saying, be quiet, like here. So it's an awful lot of preparation. And at the end of the day, no one knows what you're going to say unless you give them the questions like this, what you're going to be saying in your going live. So you can really go with the flow, go with what feels comfortable for you. You don't have to talk for very long. I know these tend to be around 10 minutes long, but you don't have to talk for that long. So my suggestion for you, if you are seriously contemplating going live, and let's face it, it's really important to consider doing that these days to make our business stand out, is to practice on your personal profile. When you go live on your business profile, you can't make it private or small groups or anything like that. It goes out to the world. So you can practice in maybe a private Facebook group, or you can go onto your personal Facebook and make an audience of only me and go live and practice there. It's a great way to check your signal strength. It's a great way to check your lighting, see what's behind you, make sure, nothing you don't want there. When I had a picture of my family up behind me, and my kids were mortified and said they didn't want it in the frame, so it's gone. So, that's the sort of thing you have to consider. So it's preparation. And at the end of the day, most people are rooting for you when you go live. Most people are there supporting you, waving banners and proud of you for doing it. So do try. You'd be surprised at the amount of support you'd get. And it's massively beneficial for your business. Another question I had a couple of questions similar to this, was my time management is awful for my startup. Is there any way around this? Yes, again, it's more preparation. The downside to being a startup is you want to do everything and you want to do it all at once. And there is a certain expectation that absolutely everything you're doing is immediately perfect. And it isn't. As much as you want to try, it really isn't. So my suggestion when you're doing a startup is, first of all, get all the background work done before you go online. But I would still try and get yourself all your, claim all your names for your startup first of all. Make sure you get the website, of course, and really try and focus on what you can achieve. Do the achievable goals first. The long-term goals will help themselves. They're going to come anyway. But when you are a startup, one thing I also would like to recommend is speaking to people, speaking to other small business owners, community members, definitely the local enterprise office. They've got mentors. Don't be afraid to ask for help. There's so much support out there. There always has been, but there's even more now. So there's absolutely no excuse for you to not make a go of a good startup and a good concept, as long as you've done your research and you look for help when you need it. So don't be afraid to contact the local enterprise office. I'd be happy to speak to you or signpost you to somebody who can help as well. So definitely do that. How do I use Google My Business for business? Oh, it's my pet favorite platform. I know I probably shouldn't say that on here, but it is. Yeah, Google My Business is such a valuable resource for search engine optimization, and I can truthfully say it's actually really simple to use. Getting into it can be hard when you don't know where it is, but if you have a business Gmail address, a lot of people would maybe for YouTube or something like that, you have a Google My Business account. And if you don't have a Google My Business account, get one, because it's massively useful. It helps you get found. Most people in Ireland use Google as a search engine, and it's one of their products, and they will always favour their products over everyone else's, and that's why it has such prominence in the top right hand corner in a search. You can get Google reviews, you can get directions, you can even get messages sent now through your Google My Business account. You can put your hours of business. It really is a fabulous resource, and it's completely free, so why not use it? If you've got any concerns about how to use it, I do have a blog post about it. I'll share it down below afterwards. Also, how to participate in a Twitter chat. I was asked that a couple of times as well, once this week and once last week. And I've kind of failed a little bit at the old Twitter chats myself recently. I've been so busy, but it is important as a startup, or ongoing really, for business development. So my suggestion for you to participate in a Twitter chat is to first of all get a profile on Twitter and find a hashtag that's relevant to your business. So if your hashtag is beauty, if your hashtag is careers, if your hashtag is plumbing, you'd be surprised, there's hashtags for everything out there. And there'll be some dedicated hour at somewhere in the world, and quite a few of them here in Ireland, that will talk about what you do and where you do it. So there'll be like a Dublin hour or a Meath hour or a Wexford hour. They're all very popular hours that are out there. And there's dedicated community ones as well. I'm part of hashtag Women's Inspire, which is all part of one community. So over time, I would suggest first of all having a look, just putting in the hashtag, and you will see a full length of chatter on that hashtag. Then when you find the one that suits you, go over on the day at the hour and watch. Now, one thing I must warn you, it's extremely fast, but that's because people are used to it. You'll see conversations, sales, connections, relationships, banter in general, all happening within an hour. It really is something to watch. But when you can participate in it, then you can build up a rapport and a relationship with people that you would never have had any other way without going live. And then last but not least, how long should a pre-recorded video be for my business? That depends on what platform you're going to be sharing it on. Now, there are recommended lengths for short videos, 15 seconds for a story, or you can go over to a minute altogether and then it cuts off. But you can also put it up on IGTV if you're going to be using Instagram. There's Periscope, which is live, but you can then leave your video ready to be watched afterwards through Periscope. But the best recommended length, as far as I can tell so far for Facebook, is around 3 minutes. It gives people time to come along and see what you're up to. You know, they may be walking or in the middle of a conversation or just busy at the time when you first start. So it gives people time to stop what they're doing and come over and, you know, watch or participate. So that's 3 minutes for Facebook. But for YouTube, it's quite a bit longer. People tend to spend a lot more time on YouTube than they would on Facebook, especially videos. And that's between sort of 7 to 15 minutes. And I will be honest with you, I will spend 10 to 12 minutes watching a how-to video or an industry piece, let's say. So, you know, if they do it, you can do it too. So what you might want to do is prepare a video that may be 10, 12 minutes long on YouTube, and then cut out clips and then share like a trailer, if you like, straight onto Facebook afterwards. And then you've still got the same mix, you've still got the same message, and it's just the right length for each platform. I'd also recommend that you try and do it horizontally rather than vertically. It doesn't look as good, especially when you're using your phone, when you've got the two black lines on either side. So that's pretty much all my questions for this week. I'm sorry, I know I'm a day and an hour late for my chat today, but when I was thinking about it yesterday and I realised I was actually in a call with somebody between 2 and 4, I thought at the end of the day, it's my conversation, my page. I can do it when I like. And that's the freedom that you have when you want to go live with your page. You can go live whenever you're ready. You don't answer to anyone. You're your own business. But I still want to provide these useful answers to typical questions that I get every couple of weeks. Because some people read blogs, other people read posts, and other people watch video. So if you've got a question you'd like me to answer, please don't be afraid to let me know. Leave me a message in the messages below, or if you want to private message me, you're welcome to. And I'll be back in a couple of weeks with more answers. Bye for now.